Hello, everyone, and welcome to Counselor Feature Friday. I'm your host, Brian Urban. In these features, we hope to give you some simple tips, tidbits, and tricks to make your days easier and your patients happier. In this feature, we're going to review how to create and manage a series of appointments. This would be a scenario where you wish to create an appointment now, and then you're going to see the patient repeatedly over the coming weeks. Let's say every Tuesday at 2 o'clock going forward. So some common use cases for this would be like speech pathology. If you're seeing a kiddo, week over week, or maybe tinnitus retraining therapy, right, where you are seeing a patient, once a week for a certain amount of time. So what we'll show here is how to create the appointments, how to modify them, as well as how to mass remove them if needed. Okay, so we'll start by clicking on a date and time. Then we'll look up our patient here, although of course we could create a new patient at this point too. I'll just grab an existing patient, and then we'll choose an appointment type. Okay, we'll just grab speech therapy here. And of course, if a referral is required, you can add that too. Make any of the selections that you need, add any notes, and then click multiple individual events. This will give you the ability to say how many additional events do you want and what occurrence will it be at. So we're going to say, let's just leave it at the default here, 5 occurring once a week. So this is going to put this same appointment, 9:30 to 10, on the Friday at 9:30, going forward for 5 consecutive weeks. But most importantly, what this is going to do is not only, of course, to create this appointment. If I jump ahead a week, I'm going to see that there as well. But it means that each one of those appointments is independent. So if this one falls on a holiday, or the patient says, hey, next Friday doesn't work for me, I could do the Thursday though. Great. We can modify that one without changing the rest of those appointments. They live independently. It also means that when you go to make any visit records related to those encounters, so chart notes, reports, etc., you're making it relative to this appointment. So you can have different, individual documentation for each patient encounter. Okay, so the process for creating the appointments is very similar to just creating a general appointment for a patient, with the exception that you add the multiple individual events option. Okay, and then as I was just showing you here, you can modify this anytime for any one of these individual appointments. So if you make the appointments for a whole semester, let's say, or a few months in advance, you could jump ahead to Thanksgiving and make that change right away. Okay. And then of course, any confirmation messages that are set up for this patient will go out as scheduled for that appointment, right? So going forward, you're not having to manually do that work. You can just have this all in place. Okay, so that's the process for creating the appointment and modifying it. If, let's say, you see this patient, maybe you're scheduled to see them 5 times, and we'll go into their profile here and we can see all those upcoming appointments, right? But as we get into this, maybe the patient needs to be dismissed, right? Take the speech pathology side of things. They've reached their goals, and we can dismiss them, right? Or TRT, maybe you dismiss them early for whatever reason, or they move. Doesn't matter. You could pop in here and then you click on delete appointments, and it will show you a running list of all those upcoming appointments. And we'll say, okay, we're going to keep the 11th and the 17th, but we're going to delete these 3. So it's a lot faster and much kind of just simpler to see it all in one place versus needing to go to the schedule and go through each one of those, because you might miss one, right? And this lets you see very specifically what has been done. And if you want to double check that, by default the deleted appointments won't show, but you can go ahead and show that so you can see those deleted. Yep, confirm those are all deleted, and take that back out of the view. Okay, so hopefully the multiple individual event appointment feature will give you some great flexibility in creating appointments for those patients that you want to see multiple times over the coming weeks, to be able to manage their appointments both from the edit standpoint and removing as necessary. Of course, if you have any questions about this, please let us know. Give us a call, email us, live chat us. We are always happy to help. Thank you very much for joining us for today's Counselor Feature Friday, and as always, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.